Hi guys, welcome to this channel. I believe finance, science and psychology are the keys to better life. One step at a time, let's create a snowballing effect in our lives. I'll be at your service to research concepts and share them in simple and fun videos. If you find this video helpful, please press the like button and remember to subscribe. It will help me tremendously to grow this channel and keep me going. I recently read a book called Cryptoassets by Chris Berniski and Jack Tatar. Note, if you want to know more details, please check the book out, and you can help me by clicking on the purchase link below. Now, let's begin. Alvin Toffler published a book called Future Shock in 1970. He predicted the exponential change will shake our society. Quote, millions of ordinary people, psychologically normal people, will face an abrupt collision with the future. There will be a shattering stress and disorientation that will induce the individual by subjecting them to too much change in too short a time. It simply means each year it will entail greater change than the year before. Between 900 AD and 1900, a general-purpose technology was invented every 100 years, like compass, steam engines, automobile, and electricity. In 20th century, the time was shortened every 15 years, like computer, internet, biotechnology. In 21st centuries, it is every 4 years, like robotics, blockchains. What we think about our portfolio, we should focus the future, as the data available is only for the past. As we all know how much this digital world has impacted our life, here are some astonishing figures. There are around 5 billion indexed web pages, where there will be one page for every 2 people. Google is estimated to process approximately 5.6 billion search queries every day. The average person conducts 3 to 4 searches every day. There are around 20 billion SMS messages are sent and 300 billion emails are sent. Don and Alex Tapscott said in the Harvard Business Review, the technology to change the next decade of business is not the social web, big data, the cloud, robotics, or even artificial intelligence. It is the blockchain, the technology behind digital currencies, like Bitcoin. Now, let's dive into it. The founder of Bitcoin, Satoshi, released a white paper on October 31, 2008, citing, "We have proposed the system for electronic transactions without relying on trust," while ironically, a financial crisis was just undergoing because of misconducts of big financial institutions. The Bitcoin popularity spiked in 2017 December time, when its price 20x'd in less than 12 months. Bitcoin is just math and code. Surprisingly, the word blockchain is not even mentioned once in the white paper. Let's quickly understand how it works. Put it in extremely simple terms. Transactions are grouped in blocks, and blocks are appended one after another, with the latter one linked to the previous one, so it becomes a blockchain. To incentivize miners who share their hardware to process the transactions, they are rewarded with a native asset called Bitcoin. However, it is important to know Bitcoin is more than just a coin, but a whole new concept technology. There are a few characteristics of Bitcoin: privacy, immutability, and no central authority. Privacy. It collects minimal information and no personal information is needed. You will only need a virtual wallet address to store and transfer Bitcoin. Immutability. A concept called proof of work is used. Distributed computers use this concept to agree on which group of transactions could be appended to the blockchain. Without getting into the complex concepts, we just need to know at this stage it is immutable and can only do so in an append fashion. A person needs more than half of the total computing power to hack Bitcoin. So, the more users involved, the safer it is. Since there is no central authority, it runs on each individual computer involved. It makes peer-to-peer transfer possible. Imagine it will disrupt daily transactions and remittance, which takes days to clear and settle and could charge a commission rate as high as 7%. In summary, it is a technology with trust built in, and we will not be needing a third party like a bank to clear and settle a payment. It is a massive disruption to the financial service. The crypto asset can be divided into 3 subclasses: currency, commodity, and service. Currency could be Bitcoin, which could facilitate daily activities. Digital commodities, such as computing power, storage capacity, and network bandwidth. More and more people becoming aware of this as commodities now. Ethereum, as an alternative coin, is a commodity. Its goal was to serve as a decentralized world computer, where Bitcoin aimed to be a decentralized world currency. As anybody could see Bitcoin transactions, anybody could see Ethereum programs running anywhere in the world. You pay the native asset Ether for operating the distributed application platform. Last, we have decentralized applications, which are applications run on decentralized blockchains, native units as crypto tokens. If it is built on top of the blockchain like Ethereum, it will use Ether as a crypto commodity to pay the Ethereum to process certain transactions. A full list of the applications running on Ethereum can be seen at the website, and I will attach the link in the description. Imagine the blockchain technology as a base layer, just as HTTP, TCP as the base layer of the internet. Itself is a protocol, and you could build applications like YouTube, Google on top of it. Now, let's understand the different layers in this ecosystem. Miners share the infrastructures to process transactions for rewards. Blockchain's technology is operating system. Finance, live streaming, Internet of Things, storage applications, etc. could be built on the operating system. Last, we have the end users to use the service. We could use the following framework to evaluate crypto assets. White paper. What problem the asset address? Its technical details. Why they choose blockchain. Governance. What should be investigated are their software development team, the miners, the users, and the holders. Issuance model. What is the coin supply schedule and the distribution? Basic of value. Which asset class we mentioned above it falls into, and what decides its value, for example, the supply and demand. Liquidity. How many coins are in the market for free trade? Pay attention to cornering. Number of exchange supported and its trading pair diversity, like Bitcoin to USD, Bitcoin to GBP. The more exchanges, more trading pairs it has, the more mature it is. Number of users in terms of how many addresses there are, number of transactions to measure its usage. So, whether blockchain has value or it's just a speculative event. When Bitcoin was first launched, it had zero value, and early adopter supporters value Bitcoin because it was an exciting concept. As with any market, where there is a demand, there is a price. Inherently, paper has little value as well. It is people who think it has value, and the government requires it to be accepted to fulfill financial obligations. Bitcoin is a similar representation, except no top-down authorities to protect it. To use Bitcoin as an example, it is deflationary compared to the current currency. It has limited supply. In 2140, all 21 million units will be mined, and miners will be compensated for processing transactions and securing the network through fees on high transaction volume. Based on our evolutionary past, a key driver for humans to recognize something as valuable is its scarcity. However, decentralizing a currency without top-down authority requires coordinated global acceptance of a shared means of payment. Not surprisingly, nearly every global bank, exchange, custodian, and financial service providers is part of some blockchain consortium now. For example, there are 42 banks backing a startup called R3 to create a common standard, involving Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Credit Suisse, Barclays, you name it. Innovation of this magnitude can lead to overly optimistic investors, but undeniably, current crypto asset market cap is more than 2 trillion, and there are more than 7,000 crypto assets. Nobody could ignore it. Remember to leave a comment on what you think. My personal view is, it is impossible to predict which one will survive, but the technology will keep evolving and revolutionize our life.